Mirko, Obsessive Theorist. Mirko Vosk was once a high-ranking member of House Dimir, and a vampire detective, defined by secrets, manipulation, and information control. After the Phyrexian invasion and Dimir's apparent collapse, Mirko became an obsessive conspiracy theorist, determined to prove the guild staged its demise and to trace the hidden hand of Lazov. Mirko is inexpensive to cast and immediately relevant in combat via flying and vigilance. He converts routine deck actions into inevitability. Surveil grows Mirko with +1/+1 counters, and each end step can reanimate a creature with power less than Mirko's, accelerating pressure and board presence over time. A Mirko deck that emphasizes Surveil treats the mechanic as a precision engine. Surveil allows you to review the top cards, place any number into your graveyard, and arrange the remainder on top to both curate upcoming draws and stage optimal reanimation targets. Because Mirko's return creatures enter with a finality counter, the strategy favors creatures that deliver immediate value and lines that account for the one-time nature of those returns. Combo ideas for Mirko decks. Combo number 1. Grey Merchant of Asphodel plus Rite of Replication. Required conditions: 1. Grey Merchant of Asphodel is on your battlefield. 2. Rite of Replication is in your hand. 3. You have enough mana to cast Rite of Replication, including its kicker cost. Activating the combo: 1. Cast Rite of Replication with kicker, then create 5 token copies of Grey Merchant of Asphodel. 2. Each Grey Merchant of Asphodel ETB abilities trigger. 3. Resolve the first trigger, causing each opponent to lose life equal to your devotion to black, and causing you to gain that much life. 4. Repeat step 3 for each remaining trigger. Combo results: 1. Huge amount of life gain. 2. Huge amount of life loss for opponents. Combo number 2, the Mindskinner plus Sir Konrad, the Grim. Required conditions: 1. The Mindskinner is on your battlefield. 2. Sir Konrad the Grim is on your battlefield. 3. You have a way to deal damage to an opponent. Activating the combo: 1. Attempt to deal damage to an opponent. 2. The replacement ability of the Mindskinner activates, causing each opponent to mill that many cards instead. 3. Sir Konrad triggers for each creature card that was put into a graveyard this way. 4. Resolve the first trigger, attempting to deal 1 damage to each opponent. 5. Repeat from step 2. Combo result: mill opponent's entire library. Combo number 3, Necrotic Ooze plus Asmodeus the Archfiend plus Skirge Familiar. Required conditions: 1. Necrotic Ooze is on your battlefield. 2. Asmodeus the Archfiend is in your graveyard. 3. Skirge Familiar is on your battlefield or in your graveyard. 4. Mana needed: 3 black mana. Activating the combo: 1. Activate Necrotic Ooze using Asmodeus' first ability, then draw 7 cards. 2. If Skirge Familiar is in your graveyard, activate Necrotic Ooze again using Skirge Familiar's ability by discarding a card to generate black mana. Otherwise, activate Skirge Familiar by discarding a card for a black mana. 3. Repeat step 2 to accumulate a total of 3 black mana. 4. Repeat. Combo results: 1. Near infinite card draw. 2. Near infinite self-discard triggers. 3. Near infinite black mana. Combo number 4, Altar of Dementia plus Body Double plus Metamorphosis Fanatic. Required conditions: 1. Altar of Dementia is on your battlefield. 2. Body Double is in your graveyard. 3. Metamorphosis Fanatic is in your hand. 4. You have enough mana to cast Metamorphosis Fanatic. Activating the combo: 1. Cast Metamorphosis Fanatic. 2. Metamorphosis Fanatic ETB ability triggers, then target Body Double in your graveyard. 3. Holding priority, activate Altar of Dementia, and sacrifice Metamorphosis Fanatic, causing target player to mill cards equal to Metamorphosis Fanatic's power. 4. Resolve the Metamorphosis Fanatic ETB ability, then return body double from your graveyard to the battlefield as a copy of Metamorphosis Fanatic. 5. Body double ETB ability as Metamorphosis Fanatic triggers, then target the original Metamorphosis Fanatic in your graveyard. 6. Holding priority, activate Altar of Dementia again, and sacrifice body double, causing target player to mill cards equal to body double's power. 7. Resolve the body double ETB ability, then return Metamorphosis Fanatic from your graveyard to the battlefield. 8. Repeat from step 2. Combo results: 1. Infinite ETB triggers. 2. Infinite LTB triggers. 3. Infinite sacrifice triggers. 4. Infinite mill for any player's library. Combo number 5. Archeomancer plus Saw in Half plus Cabal Ritual. Required conditions: 1. Archeomancer is on your battlefield. 2. Saw in Half is in your hand. 3. Cabal Ritual is in your hand. 4. You have at least 7 cards in your graveyard. 5. You have enough mana to cast Cabal Ritual. Activating the combo: 1. Cast Cabal Ritual, adding 5 black mana to your mana pool. 2. Cast Saw in Half, targeting Archeomancer, then destroy it and create 2 token copies of it. 3. Both Archeomancer tokens ETB abilities trigger, then return Saw in Half and Cabal Ritual from your graveyard to your hand. 4. Repeat. Combo results: 1. Infinite ETB triggers. 2. Infinite LTB triggers. 3. Infinite death triggers. 4. Infinite creature tokens. 5. Infinite magecraft triggers. 6. Infinite storm count.
Hi Commander, if you are new here, welcome to our channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon to get notified every time we post a new video. Enjoy!
Non-game changer spells that are commonly found in Mirko decks. Doom Whisperer. Counter-scaling. Doom Whisperer provides repeatable Surveil through its life payment ability, and each Surveil action places a +1/+1 counter on Mirko, rapidly increasing Mirko's power threshold for future reanimation. Graveyard Curation. Surveil lets you selectively place cards into the graveyard while keeping desirable cards on top, which precisely stalks creature targets for Mirko's end-step return ability. Finality Planning. Once Mirko's power exceeds 6, it can reanimate Doom Whisperer itself, but the granted finality counter means the reanimated creature will be exiled instead of returning to the graveyard if it would die, so the line is best treated as a high-impact, limited-duration payoff. Unshakable Tail. Reliable Surveil. Unshakable Tail provides repeatable Surveil triggers, which directly advances Mirko by placing a +1/+1 counter on him whenever you Surveil. Clue Generation. Because Surveil moves cards from the top of your library and may place them into your graveyard, any creature cards binned this way will cause Unshakable Tail to investigate, converting your graveyard setup into additional clue resources. Self-recurrence. Unshakable Tail can return itself from the graveyard to hand by sacrificing a clue, enabling repeated casting for additional Surveil trigger. Sinister Starfish. Counter Growth. Sinister Starfish provides repeatable and low-cost Surveil via tapping, and each Surveil event places a +1/+1 counter on Mirko, steadily increasing Mirko's reanimation ceiling. Precision Filtering. Surveil refines the top of your library by either keeping the card for upcoming draws or placing it into the graveyard, which supports a Surveil-centered plan of controlled selection and setup. Guaranteed Target. With Power 0, Sinister Starfish is always eligible for Mirko's end-step return, enabling early recursion of a reliable Surveil engine even under the finality constraint. Case of the Shifting Visage. Routine Growth. The Upkeep Surveil is a consistent trigger that places a +1/+1 counter on Mirko, steadily increasing Mirko's power threshold for end-step reanimation. Solve Enablement. Regular Surveil contributes to stocking the graveyard, helping you reach the 15 or more cards requirement to solve the case with minimal opportunity cost. Spell Duplication. Once solved, the case copies each non-legendary creature spell you cast, effectively doubling your on-cast and ETB value. Otherworldly Gaze. Instant scaling. Casting this spell causes you to surveil, which in turn places a +1/+1 counter on Mirko, immediately raising the reanimation threshold. Target selection. Otherworldly Gaze's Surveil provides high-fidelity filtering, letting you intentionally place specific creature cards into the graveyard to be returned by Mirko at your end step. Flashback value. Flashback enables a second Surveil event from the graveyard for additional Mirko growth and setup. Dogged Detective. Surveil trigger. Dogged Detective's ETB Surveil immediately triggers Mirko's triggered ability, placing a +1/+1 counter on Mirko to advance your power threshold. Graveyard Resilience. Mirko's end-step reanimation can return creatures from your graveyard, but Dogged Detective can also return itself to your hand when opponents draw their second card each turn, providing an independent and repeatable way to redeploy a Surveil source. Draw Punishment. In typical commander play, opponents frequently draw extra cards. Dogged Detective capitalizes on this pattern to generate recurring card advantage, helping you maintain a steady stream of creatures to cast. Curate. Counter Accretion. Resolving Curate makes you surveil, which directly triggers Mirko to receive a +1/+1 counter, improving Mirko's functional range for later end-step recursion. Target Preparation. Curate's Surveil enables deliberate placement of creature cards into the graveyard, thereby furnishing specific reanimation targets for Mirko's end-step return ability. Card Continuity. The immediate card draw offsets the resource cost of deploying Curate, supporting sustained Surveil sequencing while maintaining hand volume for subsequent plays. Enhanced Surveillance. Expanded Surveil. By adding 2 extra cards to every Surveil, Enhanced Surveillance markedly improves selection, ensuring each Surveil trigger that grows Mirko is also a higher quality setup action. Target Stalking. Seeing more cards per Surveil increases the likelihood of placing the exact low-power creature you want into the graveyard, directly strengthening Mirko's end-step return line. Library Reset. Exiling Enhanced Surveillance to shuffle your graveyard into your library provides a controlled reset that mitigates late-game depletion and reintroduces key resources for continued Surveil-based play patterns. Pile On. Surveil Scaling. Pile On triggers Mirko's Surveil-based growth, adding a +1/+1 counter while simultaneously improving card selection and graveyard setup. Convoke Efficiency. Convoke allows your creatures to help pay Pile On's casting cost, letting Mirko's reanimated board presence convert into mana-like tempo. Threat Removal. Instant speed destruction of a creature or planeswalker protects Mirko's combat plan and clears blockers, enabling safer attacks and more consistent end-step recursion lines. Nightveil Sprite. Countergrowth. Each attack-triggered Surveil from Nightveil Sprite causes Mirko to receive a +1/+1 counter, accelerating Mirko scaling through routine combat. Evasive Pressure. Flying supports consistent attacks to maintain Surveil frequency, thereby sustaining Mirko's progression while applying reliable chip damage. Early Reanimate. With Power 1, Nightveil Sprite is a practical early target for Mirko's end-step return clause once Mirko's power exceeds 1, restoring a repeatable Surveil engine. Post your commander on the comments section below, and we will create a video like this for you. Thank you for watching.